Good morning, fellow early childhood educators. I would like to thank you all for coming to my presentation. My name is Sharon, and I'll be discussing the ways in which children can develop maths and numeracy skills and how their play environment actually supports this development. One engaging activity that we have in all the rooms for all ages that I'll be discussing today is blocks. The focus of age that I'll be targeting is 3 to 4-year-olds. This play-based experience was chosen as blocks are a great tool in scaffolding children's development. Out of all the mathematic concepts I could have chosen, I will be focusing on spatial awareness and comparison. So, before the children arrived for the day, I went ahead and set up the learning environment. It was easily accessible and plenty of space, aesthetically pleasing, and set out simply so it wouldn't overwhelm the children. Choosing wooden blocks rather than the plastic Lego, as plain wooden blocks are more versatile in children's play. One thing I added to the environment was photographs that I had taken of familiar buildings in their community, such as the library, swimming pool, police station, and shopping centre. I did this to add provocation learning within their environment, which may hopefully encourage them to add more depth within their play. It's now 8 o'clock, and the children have begun to arrive. After settling in and saying their goodbyes to their mums and dads, a few children have noticed the changes to the block area and begin verbalizing their thoughts. "Wow," says Olivia. "I can build more," says Liam. "Hey, I go swimming there with Mummy," as Elsie notices the familiar buildings. This was an absolute great start as the children were interested, and naturally they began playing and getting creative with the blocks. Almost right away I observed the mass coming out as they played. "It's bigger," says Liam, showing me that he is beginning to understand sizes. Making sure I was focusing on each child's process of building rather than the end product, I asked Liam excitedly, "What blocks should we use to make it even taller?" He smiles as he approaches the blocks, choosing a smaller block so it didn't collapse. Doing this showed me he is beginning to understand spatial awareness. This is a great skill, and later in life as a student will assist his understanding of geometry. The provocation working quite well, as Olivia asked me if she could bring over the Lego to the area because she wanted to use the police car in a police station that she was going to make. "Just like the one we drive past with Daddy." Again, as Olivia began constructing, I only involved myself in her play when I felt I could deepen her learning by asking simple questions such as, "How did you make it the same?" Getting Olivia to compare her building. She then went back to choosing another block, and we shared a discussion on which blocks felt heavy or light, and which blocks were long or short. This was a way I could incorporate her to better understand comparing. As you can see, the whole learning experience was play-based and involved so much maths and numeracy. Isn't that quite amazing? Play-based learning is a great way to incorporate maths and is crucial in the early years as all our children are very unique. The way in which we support not only them but also their learning is through creating meaningful and familiar environments and situations so children are able to engage and develop their knowledge simply as they play, and we, as their role models, are there to support the children and use the children's interests to build upon their knowledge and skills. The experience that I chose with blocks was an activity that I found children aged 3 to 4 are able to share their knowledge of concepts, language, build upon their physical knowledge as they differentiate the blocks, also their logico-mathematical knowledge as they try to make sense out of their constructions that they make with the blocks, and this type of learning touches on the basis of Piaget's theory of how children are more likely to learn through their own interests. However, in this experience, we have also touched base on Vygotski's theory as I've used my role as their educator to scaffold and build upon their knowledge. After reflecting on this experience, the learning outcome in the EYLF that I felt this experience incorporated the most was learning outcome 4, as we've seen the children show curiosity, engagement with the blocks, use the blocks to add their imaginative play, and definitely express wonder in their new block area.